नमस्कार साथियों, मैं आपका मित्र आशीष तायल WCL संवाद की इस कड़ी में आपको मिलवाने जा रहा हूं वेस्टर्न कोलफील्ड्स लिमिटेड के ENT विभाग के महाप्रबंधक श्री N पुरुषोत्तम साहब से। सर, आपका इस कार्यक्रम में बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। नमस्कार।
नमस्कार तायल जी।
सर, कोयला उद्योग में पिछले 3 दशकों के अंदर दूरसंचार प्रौद्योगिकी में क्या परिवर्तन यानी ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन इन टेलीकॉम टेक्नोलॉजी देखने को मिले?
So when I joined in 1987, there were only electromechanical exchanges and manual PBX systems for voice communication. As far as data communication is concerned, only telex and teleprinter, that too with a low speed of 100 bits per second. Presently we are having in gigabits. So that time only Devotee was the service provider. The services of Devotee was not that much reliable. So as far as our company and mines are concerned, so we could not rely on the Devotee services. So there was no other alternative. So we used to develop our own captive communication, corporate communication network. Later on in 1994, we could say National Telecom Policy was introduced. So the introduction of National Telecom Policy, what happened? It was just a revolution, you can say. It is a liberalization. Telecom services were offered to private sectors other than Devotee. Then even manufacturing of the telecom products was also offered to the private sectors. So all the old systems, that is analog systems, were replaced with the digital systems. Even the telephone exchanges, digital exchanges were connected through digital media. After 1994, there was a revised National Telecom Policy in 1996. Thereafter, it was in 2004. So during these days, mobile technology was also introduced. I think in 2G was introduced in 1996, and thereafter 3G was introduced in 2008, and thereafter 4G came in 2012. So earlier we used to have internet connection. It was introduced, I think, in 1996. Those days we used to have dial-up internet connection. That means we have to dial and get it connected. That the speed was also only 56 kbps those days. See, later in the 2004, I think a broadband policy was introduced. Internet connection with a speed of 256 kbps. That is always on, not dial-up type. It was always on. So like that, there was a gradual improvement in the telecommunication technology. There was a transformation.
सर, कंपनी के ENT विभाग द्वारा किए जाने वाले मुख्य कार्यों से WCL परिवार के सदस्यों को अवगत कराने की कृपा करें।
The main role of ENT department in our organization is planning and establishing a reliable communication infrastructure in the company. And number 2, we have to identify the communication needs from time to time and provide the best mode of communication to the company. And updating the existing technology with the latest technology available as per our requirement. So as far as ENT department is concerned, we have already installed so many telecom systems like electronic telephone exchanges at different establishments like WCL headquarters, all area headquarters and other important locations. We have provided wireless communication for opencast communication system. So we have introduced VC communication system for interactive VC sessions from headquarters to Calcutta, MOC and to areas and any place in India. There are other systems called UG communication system. We have provided UG communication system in all the UG mines. We have also introduced the environmental telemonitoring system in UG mines for monitoring of different parameters in the UG mines. Apart from this, we have got, we are installing and maintaining the roadway bridges, railway bridges, and effective functioning of all the systems across the company. And we have recently established ERP. For ERP, we have provided the MPLS network connectivity across WCL.
सर, कंपनी के उत्तरोत्तर विकास में ENT विभाग द्वारा कौन से IT इनिशिएटिव्स में भागीदारी निभाई जा रही है?
We have implemented number of IT initiatives as per the directives of the Ministry of Coal, CVC and CIL. So under IT initiatives, number 1, we have implemented this GPRS based vehicle tracking system for live tracking of the vehicle movement in the mine premises to prevent pilferage of coal. And number 2, we have established this centralized CCTV surveillance system. Number 3, we have established RFID-based boom barrier access control system at all checkposts, RFID-based payment integration, real-time data payment data transfer from all the roadway bridges to the central server. So for IT initiatives, approved SOP is made available and it is being followed very strictly by all the areas.
सर, कंपनी की खदानों और कार्यालयों में ERP इम्प्लीमेंटेशन तथा नेटवर्क अरेंजमेंट में विभाग की क्या भूमिका है?
One of the key prerequisites for successful implementation and effective functioning of ERP in any organization is to have a reliable network connectivity between the data center, that is the main server, and the data entry points and the user terminals. Our data center is located at New Delhi, and data recovery center DRC, that is located at Mumbai. So the next comes to the data entry points and user terminals. They are located at the WCL headquarters, area headquarters, sub-area headquarters and units. If they want to access the ERP application or any data, they are required to reach the data center at Delhi. How they can reach? So there should be a reliable connectivity between these two. Okay. So in order to ensure a reliable connectivity, we have established MPLS VPN network connectivity.
Multi-protocol level switching virtual private network.
It means that it is totally a dedicated private network. So I can give an example. It is just like a private road on which only our traffic will flow. We have taken this type of connectivity from 2 different service providers. So number 1, Mrs. RailTel have established this MPLS VPN connectivity at 407 locations. This will act as a primary service provider. And number 2, we have taken from Mrs. BSNL. That will be a secondary service provider. They have already provided about 451 locations. So BSNL as well as RailTel, they have established a network operation center at WCL headquarters, which works on 24/7 for regular monitoring of the availability of the network. Now you could say ENT will play as a backbone network for successful functioning of the ERP in our organization.
सर, आपने अभी सेंट्रलाइज्ड मॉनिटरिंग सिस्टम के बारे में जिक्र किया. सेंट्रलाइज्ड मॉनिटरिंग सिस्टम क्या है? विभाग द्वारा इस सिस्टम को किस तरीके से चलाया जा रहा है?
Centralized CCTV monitoring, under this we have installed a number of IP cameras at different locations. Let us say we have installed 2 cameras in each way bridge. So one camera for taking the top view of the vehicle, other is taking the front view of the vehicle. Similarly, we have installed 2 IP cameras at each checkpost to view the entry and exit of the vehicles. Okay, like that we have installed PTZ cameras at coal stocks, viewpoints of major mines and railway sidings and other vulnerable locations. So in order to bring this video footage from distant location to this, we have established IP radio network. That is, area headquarters is connected to the sub-areas through point-to-point IP radio network. Again from sub-area, we have provided point-to multi-point IP radio network connecting checkposts, way bridges and other important locations. So that the media is developed from the distant location to the area office. So now we are bringing the video footage, video data from the distant location to the area office. There we have got a video management system software and other things. With that software, we can effectively monitor the centralized CCTV surveillance. We have established PTZ cameras at railway siding. With the effective live monitoring of the wagon loading, we could monitor the number of payloaders deployed is as per the requirement of contract. So with that, what is happening, we can reduce the wagon loading time and we can also reduce the damages to the company. And this CCTV surveillance not only extends to the area headquarters, it is also extended to the WCL headquarters through internet lease line. Again, from here, it is also extended to the CL headquarters control room through the internet lease lines.
And it is also extended to the mobile application. So you can also view the same surveillance through mobile application also.
सर जीपीएस जीपीआरएस मॉनिटरिंग सिस्टम क्या है, WCL में किस तरह से इस सिस्टम को लागू किया गया तथा इसके क्या फायदे हुए?
GPRS based vehicle tracking system was introduced for live tracking of the internal coal carrying vehicles in the mine premises. So initially geofencing is done for all the mines, for mine routes, mine boundaries, coal stocks, railway siding, weighbridges and other important locations. So GPS devices are installed in the vehicles. It gets its data in respect of its position from the satellites. That data is transferred to the VTS server called Vehicle Tracking System Server through a SIM provided in the GPS device. So this vehicle has been assigned a particular route that it should travel only from this route to this route. So if there is any deviation, then that deviation is recorded in the VTS server. Then VTS server will generate a SMS alert. It is sent to the designated officer to examine and take corrective action. Awareness was created among us, the transporters and the tipper driver, that they are always being tracked. So a certain discipline was developed among us them, so that which has improved the efficiency of the coal transportation and internal dispatches.
सर आपने अभी बूम बैरियर का जिक्र किया। बूम बैरियर क्या है, WCL की खदानों में इसकी क्या भूमिका है, विभाग द्वारा अभी तक कितने बूम बैरियर लगाए गए हैं?
Basically, the RFID based boom barrier was installed or implemented to prevent the entry of unauthorized vehicles into the mine premises, to prevent the manual interference at the checkposts. So how it works, we provide RFID tags to all the vehicles. For internal vehicles, we provide the permanent RFID tags. For the road cell vehicles, we provide the temporary tags, because the road cell vehicle comes in the morning and returns in the evening. So there is only one trip for the road cell vehicles. We provide them this temporary tags. See, this tag is registered in the VTS system along with the details of the vehicle number, transporter details and other details. So whenever this vehicle reaches to the checkpost, this reader reads a tag, and this information is again verified and authorized from the VTS server at the area control room. When it is authorized, the boom barrier opens and the vehicle is allowed to enter into the mine premises. This is basically to allow authorized vehicles into the mine premises. अभी तक 100 बूम बैरियर्स लगा हुआ है WCL में, आगे जाके और भी लगने वाला है।
सर आपने वे ब्रिज के बारे में भी हम लोग को बताया। वे ब्रिज के इंस्टॉलेशन तथा संचालन में ENT विभाग की क्या भूमिका है?
So far, about 135 roadway bridges installed and working across WCL, and about 17 railway bridges installed and working across WCL. At present, we have got 100-ton, 50-ton roadways installed and working. Now we have taken action that all 50-ton roadway bridges will be replaced with 100-ton bridges. That will be done by next June. We have already taken action. As far as the railway bridges are also concerned, the old railway bridges are replaced with the new railway bridges as per the railways RDSO norms. About 5 railway bridges are already installed, others are under installation. We are awaiting for the railway approval. And as well as for regular maintenance, for its effective functioning, we are regularly monitoring the performance of the roadway bridges. अभी ENT डिपार्टमेंट का काम ऐसा है, we have to identify the latest technology available and adopt the same in the company to meet our requirement. So as far as the new technology is concerned, see, now we are having 4G. 5G is going to come in future. It may come during the next year. So next it comes to the new technology, that is Internet of Things. Sitting from here, I can control the devices at home. Similar vice versa. Sitting from home, I can control the devices at office. So with this IoT, so we can control, sitting from this place, I can switch off the pump working in any remote mine also. And anything, I can also monitor the parameters of substation and other things that we are going to implement in near future. We are planning for it. Other thing comes to artificial intelligence. So we are also thinking of drones for different applications in the mining. Drones can help for surveying and mapping of mine plans and for volumetric measurement of coal plantation and land reclamation. So later comes to, in artificial intelligence there are other things, big data analytics, video analytics. So you can have fast decision making with the past data available using artificial intelligence. You can also recognize and identify any face recognition with the video analytics. Other thing comes to cloud computing. Sharing of computer infrastructure from remotely located service provider. Like in ERP, what we have implemented ERP, we are also taken the cloud computing services from Delhi.
सर, आज के इस कार्यक्रम में आप हमारे साथ उपस्थित हुए, आपने हमारे WCL परिवार के सदस्यों के साथ बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण जानकारी साझा की। इसके लिए हम आपका हृदय से आभार करते हैं, धन्यवाद देते हैं। आज के इस कार्यक्रम में आने के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। नमस्कार।
Really, it is a very good program, and it is appreciable that it gives quite it is quite informative and very useful to the WCL team.
साथियों, आपने WCL संवाद को खूब सराहा, अपना बेहद प्यार दिया। इस कार्यक्रम को और अच्छा बनाने के लिए हम आपके सुझाव निरंतर आमंत्रित करते हैं। धन्यवाद।